Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today in this classic review, we're going back in time. We're looking at the G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero Clutch version 2, and this should be a relatively short video, as we've already looked at Clutch, which you can see right there. You can even see the mark of Vamp 2 there that we'll get into in the next episode that we're going to drop. We're going to go over here, we're going to look at his articulation, his design, everything. Maybe you missed that one, it's hard to tell. But we're just going to go over this really quickly. And if you're new to the channel and you're wondering why would anyone go and review something from 30 years ago, well, it gives me a chance to relook at the G.I. Joe stuff. As I've mentioned, as I review the classified stuff and I compare the stuff, I'm noticing details that I had never seen before. So this is a great opportunity to take a look at this, along with other things, other vehicles, stuff like that, just to sit in the G.I. Joe room. This is the 118th room. Again, it's kind of a disaster now. That's why I'm focused on certain angles. But I kind of want to see how it works, because if you've been watching the series with these, I've been upstairs where it's basically set up for 6-inch stuff. I wanted to change it up a little bit, be more around stuff I can just grab easier than hauling it back and forth. But anyway, that's too much than what you needed to know. What I need to know from you is, did you have this? This is not my original. Matter of fact, I've had this upper body for quite some time, even the waist. I didn't have the legs, and then someone happened to have legs and they gave me legs. I never had this as a kid, and I don't know why. That's one of those things. There's a few things in the early lines that I didn't have that I just don't know. But anyway, I don't know why I didn't have it. But anyway, you guys have listened to me ramble on enough. Let's take a look at this. But before we do, if you like this type of content, you like these classic reviews, take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified. And also, please, in the comments, let me know if you like where I'm set up, if it sounds good. Because if it doesn't, then I'll find somewhere else to do this. Alright, so here we have the Clutch. And again, he doesn't come with anything other than his helmet that we can just kind of pop off. And again, it's the same as we've seen with all of them. It's got the little ear guards right here, and then it has the holes. So if you do want to, well, not if you want to, look at that's pretty beat up. It's actually cracked. I didn't even realize that. Shows you how close I look at some of this stuff. If it has a visor, because these were all the same helmets, all right? A matter of fact, if you go watch Articulated Points, Patrick Stewart, he recently did a video and he talked about how all the helmets had to fit the exact same size head. Very interesting video. I definitely recommend it. Anyway, there you go. You know what the helmets look like. It's got the little spot for the visor. As for the figure here, like all the figures, this is something that I didn't realize, all their faces aren't painted. They are in the actual color of the plastic. So you never have to worry about the paint being off or rubbing off. You got these eyebrows. You got the paint on top of the eye, and then you just have the little eye right there. Or the little, yeah, the iris. And then he's got this big full beard, which, again, so did that Clutch right there. And it looks good. You look at that paint, and even on the top, you can kind of see where they tried to make sure it was molded to have some hair. Looks like it has strands of hair, so it's just not just one big piece. All right. As for his overlay here, he has the sidearm right here. So I think we all loved anytime you have this. I know I love it on some of the classified figures. All right, but when you look at it, they did a wonderful job of making sure you can see there. That is supposed to protect his shoulder so it doesn't dig into it. And it's going to wrap all the way around here, so there isn't any disbelief in it. All right, this is absolutely strapped to. It doesn't, it doesn't just magically disappear like a lot of other things. And then he also has a shoulder guard up there. You can see where he's supposed to button up here. He's got a nice little collar that runs around there. And you gotta love the, just the two different paints right there. Little pouch right there. Rolled up sleeves. All right. Here on his belt, he has the Hasbro. If you don't know that, that is the Hasbro logo. That's the little house. And then he even has some belt loops for the belt, which I absolutely loved. I thought that was some detail that you don't really think about. He's got a little pocket there. Obviously, the Hasbro made in Hong Kong. Here he has a little pouch on this side and a pouch also here, going all the way down to his feet here, his little boots. I always thought these kind of look like snowboard bindings or ski bindings, that they're just supposed to kind of clasp together. And it looks like, again, I can't figure out if that's supposed to be a little pouch on the side. It's on both of them. It's on both sides, which makes me think that that's supposed to hold it together. And then you just got a little bit of paint right there. So overall, this is the same face sculpt that we had, I think, in 4 different ones, somewhere around that, in the original line. Again, the 82 line. Again, same as this one right here. As far as articulation, they're always going to have a perfect T-pose. They twist right there at the shoulder. There he has his elbow, which you get a 90 degree, and then you also get your swivel arm battle grip, which to me I like way more than the straight arm figures. All right, turn side to side. Cannot do a full 360 as there's a peg or a notch in the back that doesn't allow it, and I actually always like that. These ones still can't look down yet. He can swivel back and forth. And there's his O-ring. If you don't know what an O-ring figure is, it is because there's a rubber band that is shaped like an O that holds the construction together but allows them to move side to side. There's this Jean-Claude Van Damme. Do not press it too hard as you don't want to break this crotch out. This figure here, you really want the L pose because you want to sit him in his vamp, and then his knees are going to bend a perfect 90 degrees. So we throw the helmet on here. Again, I think this looks really good. This helmet is just, it's so basic and just so standard and just looks so good on these figures. As a comparison of the two, what's kind of crazy is this Clutch version 1.5 is actually in way better shape than version 2. But as you can see, they're the exact same. No difference at all, except for the paint. And even though I have a nice love for this original one, I really do like the tan figures. There is something really, really nice about them, and it would have been cool had they gone back and just made all the original figures in a tan. So anyway, that's it for Clutch version 2. Time to wrap this up. All right, so there you go. That is your Clutch version 2. Again, the exact same figure, just painted in tan. And I did hear someone a while back say they should have painted all version 1s or version 1.5, at least the basic military green ones, in this tan. We got a tan Grunt and we got a tan Clutch. It would have been cool to see them all in tan. I think that would have been something pretty badass, to be 100% honest. So Lenny, if you're watching this, don't be scared to do that in the classified line. I think that would actually be something, a repaint, again, retool it with maybe a little bit, some different weapons. But anyway, I want to hear, did you guys have a story? Did you have this? Did Grandma and Grandpa pick this up for you? Did your mom or dad? Hell, maybe your dad was like, you know what? I know Mom said you can't get this because you already have that other one, the green one that looks the same. But I know this one has missiles, so I'm going to get it for you anyway. One parent always tended to do something like that because they saw what we saw. That was always pretty cool. And like I said, please, in the description, let me know. Do you like me to do it down here? Do you want me to move over? There are some other places that I might move at times, depending how big the stuff is. This room just kind of echo, but I do have the microphone, so hopefully it drowns it out. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. You spent enough time with me. No, you haven't. Take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a classic review. And like I said, you didn't spend enough time. You were like, I need to know something else. Well, you know what I'm going to do? Up here is going to be the Clutch version 1 video. Why not? And down here will be all the classic reviews that I've done. Take care.